other members who are not very familiar with this, very effective marketing tool. So we requested our, one of our old esteemed members and a good friend, Mr. Manoj Kotak, who has already done 100 plus sessions. I'll introduce him, later during my address. And before that, may I request Sandeep ji, Chairman, to please say a few words about the digital marketing and the need for the MSMEs. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Uh, सभी को मेरा नमस्कार. First of all, I am very happy to have you all here on this session. This pandemic, especially the second wave, has really been very damaging and presented very unprecedented challenges to us. I am wishing with my sincere prayers for well-being of all of you and your family. In fact, because of the pandemic, the world has become very complex. But at the same time, we are seeing that close knitting has started. We are getting more connected, and today's event is one of the example that at a very short notice, how we are connecting and how we are greeting to each other. This is going to stay for a long time. I was just going through a news story today, which says that the online stores, e-commerce stores, have largely beaten the traditional brick and mortar store in this time. Whether it is D-Mart or V-Mart, they are far behind the e-commerce stores. Of course, with the pandemic, the people are there to buy online and deliver online. But I think these things are going to stay for a long time. And then the idea in ESC started. Of course, we understand that e-commerce has been in the play for a long time. But some of the members who have still not evolved, who have still not adopted to the e-commerce platforms or the digital marketing platforms, need to be empowered. So as ESC, you would have seen during the last time that we are trying to get out-of-box ideas that how to empower our members, how to give them the strength to make their business more stronger, visibility more better, and reach to the world market in the shortest span of time. With such ideas in mind, we done a lot of programs in the past also, and this digital marketing event of today came handy with, especially with the experience that we have seen with Manoj Kotak, who incidentally is our very old member, and I personally know him for a long time. And I'm very amused that he has done a lot of such programs and empowered businesses, especially the MSME sector in our country. And there are a lot of success stories which I believe you would share in this presentation. And I would not like to encroach on his time, because here the mandate and the idea is to get as much as possible for our industry, for our businesses, so that we can reach to the customer in the quickest possible time, enhancing the visibility of our companies, adding to the numbers of our companies business. So with these words, I would only say that the overall objective of ESC, whenever we conduct such programs, is to empower our members, and we welcome the ideas. Some of the ideas are also coming from members. Let's do this. So we also welcome the ideas from the members to get onto the new platforms, new programs. So please share your ideas with the ESC Secretariat. Before I conclude, I must compliment Team ESC with our leadership in the right hands to render the services and support during past 1 year, more than 1 year, and actually enhancing the businesses, whether it is the policy making or policy transformation at the government end, or events like this digital marketing or the funding programs or various other programs. So keep it up, ESC team. With these words, I conclude. And over to you, Mr. Gurmeet Singh.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. We are committed, and I'm sure I can assure you, we keep on doing such programs which are of interest to our membership, and we are on path to serve our membership more effectively and professionally. Very rightly said, digital marketing has entirely remodeled the way micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs, engage and connect with their customers. In essence, it allows MSMEs to adequately put their brand in front of their target audience at the right place and time, cost effectively and measurably. Marketing for MSMEs can incorporate many offline local advertising methods. But alongside, MSMEs also need to include a healthy share of digital marketing strategy to maximize their sales. They need to embrace a digital marketing strategy that enables their brand visibility and develop an interactive connection with their users. Luckily, digital marketing is also a cost-effective choice for MSMEs. An effectively target and well-executed digital marketing strategy can reach its potential customers at a much lower cost, irrespective of any boundaries. You can save both time and money by only targeting users who are actively looking for your services or products. As an MSME, you must work with your customers to generate digital strategies that are innovative combination of analytics and creativity. After all, an effective digital marketing strategy means tying in all channels and creating a collaborative campaign. Integrating all the platforms available will go a long way to achieving your desired objectives. We will learn more tips and tricks of digital marketing. And please join me in welcoming our guest speaker, techie, founder, first generation entrepreneur, and a digital thought leader, Manoj Kotak wears many hats. With over 3 decades of multifarious experience and international exposure, Manoj is among India's first few internet entrepreneurs. So far, Manoj interacted with 400 delegates from 60 countries, author of Kotak No Nonsense Digital Marketing book sold across the globe, which I am thankful to him for sharing a personally signed copy with me. Thank you so much for this. And this is available across the globe over the Amazon platform. Conducted 100 plus sessions and helping over 7,500 businesses in 16 cities across the country. And most importantly, Manoj is a success story of ESC. We can proudly own that. An active member of the council and actually started exporting his services to the world markets without using digital marketing, and the credit goes to ESC. Using the ESC services long back, I think, if I'm not wrong, it's over a decade that Manoj is making use of various initiatives of the council, and using that initiatives entered the global markets or the export markets when even the digital marketing was not very popular. On behalf of ESC Executive Committee and esteemed members, a very warm welcome to you, Manoj, for your time
Thank
today.
You.
And we look forward to an exciting tour to going global with digital marketing. Thank you so much. And over to you, Manoj. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Gurmeet ji, for a wonderful introduction. Sandeep ji, perfect introduction about the need about the digital marketing. Am I audible, Gurmeet ji? Because suddenly all of your videos has gone off.
Yes, yes. All good.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I very clearly? Because I'm not able to see any of you now. But anyway, so welcome to all the
problem
90.
looks sorry to interrupt. Looks like some issue with your internet connectivity, because most of us getting a circle moving around in front of your foot face.
Okay, so, but are you able to see me and hear me?
We all are there and we are listening to you.
Okay.
Thanks.
So before I kickstart this session of 90 minutes, let me give the background of the real need of digital marketing, like Narula ji said. This comes through an experience of almost 25 plus years, because I started this venture of my company in 1995 when there was no Google. So I want you to understand and note down, if possible, what changed in this last 25 years from 1995 to 2021. That's almost 26 years. Once we understand this fact, we will be able to understand the need of digital marketing. I also want to clarify that nothing is going to stay, nothing is going to die. I don't mean that stop doing all your traditional efforts of marketing. But if you are doing, if you're not doing digital marketing at all, start doing it. So I will always say that 50% traditional marketing and 50% digital marketing is the trend now. Why it is a trend, that will be going through in this 90-minute sessions. We will be going through a lot of secrets which I have found over the years. We'll be going to understand the revenue of Google, Facebook, Insta, etc., the biggies of the internet world. And first 50 minutes of the session would be more of a storytelling and knowing what changed for us. And the rest 50% of the session will be, once we know what changed, how do we survive and how do we take our business across? This is the message. So 1995, internet comes to India. And before Google, there were search engine like Yahoo, Alta Vista, Lycos, Hotbot, Ask Jeeves, etc. Google's comes in 1998. And that is the first time that they have really changed the world, was searching on internet. It was only 3 years of internet and then Google launched. In 2000, they launched the paid advertisement service. That was the first digital hit or the digital change that I have noticed in the year 2000, that have changed the way we work. But the businesses were not looking or paying attention on this change. The 4 years or 5 years Google have seen the monopoly of the internet world. I mean, we forgot going to other search engine, and we had a habit of saying that Google it instead of telling that search it. So Google has created a monopoly up to 2004, when suddenly a new tool launches, which is Facebook. And the search really changed from a normal search to a social search. Now, by this time, 1995 to 2004, there was a mobile revolution was also coming in, because before Google, there was Yahoo, and before Facebook, there was MySpace and even Orkut in India. We're moving ahead, 2009, WhatsApp launches, and that totally changes the way we communicate. And the search belongs to the personal groups. So people are now not searching on Google. They are not possibly going on a social search, but they are internally talking to each other and finding product and services on WhatsApp. 2014, which is exactly after 5 years, Facebook acquires Google, Facebook acquires WhatsApp, and nobody understand why this happened. What is the revenue of WhatsApp that Facebook went ahead and acquired WhatsApp for the unknown number or a very big number? In between, 2008 Android launches, in between Google takes over on YouTube, Facebook takes over on Insta, and we are happily using this service without knowing what is their revenue, without knowing if that service is what we are using is possibly for unproductive use. If we understand the secret and start using it for a productive use, I'm sure it can bring the amazing result. After this 90-minute session, I am damn sure that you will be start thinking on adding up what we have going to discuss today into your business. If you're using it already, you will see a new angle to it. If you're not using it, you will start using it for sure. With this, I will share my screen. Please, someone confirms that if you're able to see the screen. Are you able to see the screen, Vikasji?
Yes, we can see you very clearly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, fine. So, many of you, if you're not technical, my first message to all my audience is that please don't treat this as a very technical or a high level talk or a discussion, or please don't go into the phobia of technology. This is not at all technology. This is about understanding what is digital marketing, what level it has reached to, and why it is important that we should change our way of marketing. Before this, I want also to like to share the data that recently came out after the usage of smartphone. Or especially in 2016 when Jio launches and they reduce their plan to 399 and 1.5 GB data a day. You will be surprised to know that now 80% of Indian are using smartphone. Not they are only using it, but the average Indian consuming 11 GB data per month. So if you see that total number of GB that my company use with around 60 people in a month is hardly 30 GB, but average Indian smartphone user is using around 11 GB of data. In India, the rate per GB per month is 7 rupees. And this, why I'm sharing this data to you is our client or a consumer attention has gone on to his mobile. He's not looking at traditional way of marketing like newspaper, TV, radio, because earlier there was only one movie in a week, and now due to OTT platform, everybody is able to see everything on their phone. So as a businesses, we have to understand that where my consumer is paying attention to, and am I available on that platform. So before I actually start today's session, I want you to remember this rule that whatever is possible in offline world is possible in online world. By this, what I mean is I have done my business from 1995, of course, with ESC being to 18 countries, and that is a traditional way of marketing with a human touch, meeting people, attending exhibition, etc., etc. And that has worked well, and that is bound to stay. But those who have not thought of coming into digital, the message is, sir, whatever you are doing now, the same things you will be doing on internet. Nothing changes, only the medium will change. So for example, earlier we used to go to our banks with the passbook in our hand, and the clerk will fill up the passbook with the handwriting, and then later the computer comes in. You still going to the bank with the passbook, but the dot matrix printer prints it. Later comes the statement, and later comes the online way of banking. So you are still able to see your bank balance over at night even. So what changed? Nothing changed. Bank is still there. You're still going to the bank and depositing the money, but the way you were looking at the passbook really changed, and that is more ease of use to you as well as the use of use to the banking. With this, now we actually start the session, and we will remain on this slide for maximum number of time because this is the whole base of change changed. And if we understand this change in next 30 minutes, we will be able to also understand why it is important that we should start doing the digital marketing. So we go back to the previous years of pre-internet era before 1995, when there was only traditional marketing, there was no internet. We understand first how in the years everything changed, and now how the traditional and digital gap has widened up, and what is 80-20 20-80, it's all reverse. 80% traditional, 20% digital. Now it is slowly and slowly coming to 50-50. So go back to those days when there were no internet. There were only big brands who were able to reach to the maximum number of eyeballs were getting popular and successful. And the traditional way of marketing where you go on a TV, you go on radio, you go on uh, hoardings, you go on aeroplane seats, you go on railways, everywhere, wherever possible, depending on the budget, you were reaching to your consumer. And that is what we were talking to it as a push marketing. The message is actually pushed towards the consumer without knowing that who is really want to buy your product today or who is really not want to buy a product today. For example, even if in current days there's a Times of India paper comes to your house and you see a lot of ads, even though Amazon is launching some phone, though it is online selling, but on the first page you will see the advertisement. So still the messages are pushed towards us, but that is the traditional marketing. So that is why I said nothing is going to die, nothing is going to stay. But whether, and when you open up the newspaper inside, you will see Tata Nano ad also, you will see Mercedes, you will see Bullet, you will see every different ads depending on the media planning that they have assumed whether you want to buy Bullet or not, but you are forced to see the advertisement. In Mumbai, our lifeline is local train. So we go to railway station in auto. In auto also you will see advertisement. Railway stations you reach, you see big hoardings. When you are standing in the train, you see Amul Macho and Baba Bangali's illegal ad. And everywhere you will go to the bathroom or the restroom, you see the advertisement. So this were the world of traditional marketing or a push marketing towards us. And there is the time comes. And now we will switch on to digital, slowly understanding the past. Now digital, we will directly jump onto Google. And here is the most important technology or the secret that I'm going to share with you in next 5 to 6 minutes. So Google came in 1998. And if you see the Google till date, only on the home page, there is a search box, nothing but the search. If you go on a Yahoo earlier days or even now, you see a lot of news and search boxes in between. But now Google's committed that whatever they will be doing is the search. जैसे कि हम कसम खाई कि जो भी करेंगे सर्च करेंगे, सर्च के अलावा हम कुछ भी नहीं करेंगे. So if you see any of their product, and we have to understand why they have stick to search and how they have earned due to the revenue, heavy revenue due to search. So their first product is very popular search engine Google. So that is depending on search. The second, then they acquired YouTube. On YouTube, what we do is we search the videos. Then the third is Google Map, which is very popular. What we do on Google Map is also we are searching the addresses. Then they have visualized a long back in 2008 that mobile is going to be a future, and they launched the Android. And we see that now only two mobile operating system exist, the iPhone and the Android. So they visualize much ahead. So why we were talking about Google, because once we understand how they work, we will be able to put our businesses into the radar of Google so that our consumer in any part of the world can see. First, we will see the disadvantage of the technology, and then we will use it for our advantage. If we know the disadvantage, if we know the gray areas, we will avoid that mistake which I have done in past, and that is what I'll be going to share with you today. So understand, in 1998, Google came. They came with the idea that I am the accurate search engine, I am the fastest search engine. How they have indicated this is, if you even search Google today, you will see on the top it says that they have found millions of search results in 0010 or whatever milliseconds. So this way they created the feel in the minds of user that they are the accurate and the fastest search engine. Till from 1998 to 2000, there was no advertisement in Google. There were only 10 listings coming on the left hand side of first page. I really know, because that is how we used to generate 10 leads a day without spending a single rupee. What they did was they went into 168 countries. If they are there on internet, they went there and they started booking.in, .uk, .sign, except China, because they use that search engine Baidu. They were everywhere in each and every country. And in 1 second, trillions and trillions of searches been made on Google. They kept quiet till October 2000, when they launched the product known as Google AdWords, or popularly known as Google PPC, pay per click. If you understand the how it works, because nobody have ever asked that what is the revenue of Google, how they really earn. Now, if they were knowing what the consumer searching 68 countries right now, what your buyer is looking for was their huge database with them. So they approached a few of the advertiser in every country. I was one of the first one to advertise on Google, and we were paying around 25,000 rupees at that time, generating not less than 5 lakh rupees direct orders, which was a very good return on investment. They came to my office with the TV testimonial, and as a technologist, we were just thinking that what's so heavy buzz about it that they are going so aggressive on doing this in 2000. Then we realized that on the right hand side of the Google, there were small boxes started appearing as an advertisement, and they have introduced a concept when buyers search the seller, and if I find you, I am half sold. So if I am looking out for a website designing company in India, and if my company is seen, the buyer is half sold to me, and now then depends on the quality of the designs that I have made, and I am how I'm going to attend. In those years when I was not even the part of EAC, because I joined EAC in 2004, on those years we made a CD which was ready-made designs, and I was able to export it to around 17 countries, used by more than 10,000 plus web designers, without looking even at the airport, and it was being done very well through the Google advertisement, because those who were finding for ready-made website designing were able to see my site, were able to see my design, and they were buying at $100 to $529 a CD. So this is what I have seen in 2000 to 2004. And then Google went and acquired YouTube. So again, there is when you are viewing a video on YouTube or searching Google, exactly know what kind of videos you are searching for, and if that is related to your product and services, your advertisement is even shown on a YouTube. That we will that more detail we will see in coming slides. So when Google started the advertisement, you have to understand this advertisement are visible, you are not charged. But when the client or the visitor clicks the advertisement, Google earns and you are charged. It is known as pay per click advertisement. So now you imagine that 168 countries they are present. In 1 second, there are trillions of search are being performed. And at that time, the click-through ratio was 3%. So the searching people were looking at the organic search on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, there were 8 boxes, and they started clicking because they were giving more effective search results, because when you are paying, Google is keeping you on top. And till date, every seconds, the trillions of people click on their advertisement, Google earns every second. And that is why they went ahead and bought the satellite. That is why they went ahead and bought the Motorola. That is why they went ahead and bought YouTube. And that is why they have acquired all the platforms where all over the world people are searching. Now, once we know this, we now move to the second lap of a digital change, which was Facebook. And in between, when Facebook launches, Amazon also launched the marketplace. They started at a very small level in India, but now we know that Amazon is the major e-commerce player. So in 2014, I'm saying that the second digital change came in, and those who have paid attention to it got a lot of success. Those who have not are really suffering now. So before 2014, we used to say that buyer can search the seller. But after 2014, we started saying that seller can even search the buyer. If seller can search the buyer, it's most amazing, because now I know where my exact audience is and I can really find them. Other way was till that I was blindly throwing an advertisement, assuming that this person would buy from me before Google era. And after Google era, buyers started searching me, and I enjoyed the fruits for almost 5 years after Google advertisement. But suddenly, the product search being diverted to Amazon because they started launching the marketplace. So there was a third search known as a product search, the normal search, and Facebook bought the social search. Now, in Facebook and for us, LinkedIn is more important, but we understand the technology of Facebook, then we will connect it to LinkedIn, because as B2B business, we are not more interested in Facebook. But if you have a consumer related product or a retail product, if you're selling mobile or batteries or UPSs, etc., to direct consumer, yes, Facebook is also important. So what Facebook, in Facebook, what we notice is, and I always say that Facebook is the single largest human directory on this earth. Just like WhatsApp, everybody is hooked on to Facebook, and young audiences connected to Insta. So when you advertise on Facebook, you are automatically are sent on Insta. Now understand, on Facebook, the buyer, our possible consumer, or even on LinkedIn, our possible consumer are giving their name, their age, their sex, date of birth, where their location is, what is their hometown, and what is their current city or a country. So suppose I am in Canada, I will write that originally from Mumbai. I am in. So by this data, Facebook opens up this data to you, the advertiser, and you can select your target and audience. So your advertisement only is shown to that particular user base, and Facebook earns out of it. Every time your ad is displayed, you are charged, because Google works differently on pay-per-click model, wherein Facebook works differently on a impression model. And Facebook, as you see that you keep scrolling down. So that is the second change that businesses have seen, but many ignored it. The first change that I have suggested you was the Google search. Then those who are selling product possibly ignored the marketplace. The third came is the social search, and the fourth, the last digital change that we have seen is the WhatsApp. Now WhatsApp, the question comes in, why Facebook acquires WhatsApp? And the also question comes is, what is the revenue of WhatsApp? Actually, directly nobody knows what is the revenue of WhatsApp, but the possible assumption is when you use WhatsApp, they collect the statistics of the data plan that you are using, and they will approach the mobile companies and the mobile network and tell them that on your network, the data usage due to WhatsApp is so huge that you give me some portion of the earning. If you all remember that when we used to travel to abroad, we used to buy the metrics card from the airport. Now we don't see metrics anymore because everybody does the WhatsApp call, and everything was basically the industry changed. I mean, SMS industry died. The mobile rates almost died. For only 399, I can use 1.5 GB. So that is what the Facebook feared, that to open up a Facebook account, I still need to be a technical guy. I still need to have a email ID without which I cannot open the Facebook account. And there are lot of non-technological people, though they are educated, they have phobia of using computer. They might not use a computer, but if you see, due to WhatsApp, just with the thumb and a OTP, anybody can start creating an account. And that is why now 80% of Indians are using smartphone, out of which the majority of them are using Facebook and WhatsApp. So for us, the question is, though Facebook acquired WhatsApp, and recently, if you have seen last month, they have given an advertisement on paper that there is no privacy breach and Facebook is not collecting the data from WhatsApp. But we'll see in coming slide that how through WhatsApp data we can advertise to Facebook with the concept known as local DNA audience. The rest of the 50% of the session. So now I hope you understood the background of what changed in last 25 years. From 95, 98 Google's comes in. 2000 they launched the advertisement. That was the first change. 2004 Facebook comes in and Amazon launches. That was the second change. 2009 WhatsApp comes. That was the third change. 2014 Facebook acquires WhatsApp. That was the major change. And later Jio comes in, and that is the very big change for India. And now all your consumers are in the digital arena. Now I'm going to explain you how you can target these buyers, possible buyers of yours, once we understand that they are using a technology. So in their hand, we can be present as a hardware seller or a software seller, or in my case, a web design seller, exactly to the audience if we know the secret. With this, why these things change, that is also important, because as I said, before Facebook came in or before Google comes in, there was search engine like Yahoo. Before Facebook, there was a site known as MySpace, which was very popular, and the Orkut in India. But at that time, if you recollect, we had no phones or the cameras. We used to have that roll-based camera, and we used to go to the Konica store, then scan the photo, and then you were able to upload. But now with every phone with the smart camera, you are able to do the uploading. So that is what it is, the mobile revolution that has made these things change. And if we don't adopt to this change, our business will not be visible in the digital world. If it is not visible in the digital world, that is means you are not there. With this, I'll proceed to the second lab. I also want to repeat this again, that we are not going to say that stop traditional and do digital, or stop digital or do traditional. I am going to say this, that we have to balance both 50-50, and understand if your business is not possible to be going on a digital, just think that what kind of digital touch you still can bring it. For example, the restaurant business, they cannot go online because you have to physically go to the restaurant. But they never thought of coming to digital, and that is why Zomato and Swiggy have given them a digital touch, and now they take away 30% of their margins. So if hotel have initially understood this digital importance, and if they would have developed a small technology wherein their surrounding customers can order online and they deliver from their side, they would have not said 30%. So business relies only on digital. There are certain businesses which only rely on physical, and there are certain businesses where we can bring the digital touch to it. These are the example. What I have, you are able to see on my screen is, they all are digital company. For example, Facebook themselves don't write content. You and me write content, and Facebook earns out of advertisement. So if you ask, do Facebook has any factory building? No. Do Facebook any physical asset? Of course, they have servers and the programmer and the building of their offices. But comparatively to the other businesses like we see factories, etc., they don't have that kind of infrastructure. Ola and Uber, that we know, that runs on a only the booking, and they book millions of taxis every day, and they earn out of the commission from that. Alibaba has no warehouse in anywhere. It is done B2B. Airbnb has no rooms. So we have to understand that if these businesses are only digital, and here we take the example of Amazon, which started as a bookstore because they were selling books. They were not into marketplace earlier. Long back, they are able to visualize that there is going to be a digital change. So what they did was they launched the Kindle, which is as good as like a book, and you can download 2000 books, which runs for 1.5 month battery life, and you can download it from anywhere in the world. So they still did not shift it out from their physical business of selling books, but they bought the digital touch. So with this example, I would like you to, after this session, think on how and what kind of digital change you can bring to, or digital touch you can bring to your business. Now it is those who already are into digital world. My message to you is, you have to understand that first step of digital marketing is a professional quality website. After this mobile revolution, if you have made site earlier, you will have to just compare and check with your developer whether that is a mobile ready or not, whether your site is secured or not, SSL certificate have been bought or not. Your business not exist if you don't have any digital presence. The case study that I have come across long back was a printing company which bought around special machine first time in state of Maharashtra. So normally it is a 4-color printing. They bought 6-color printing machine, and they were running in a 3 shift. And slowly and gradually, their shift reduced to 2, and time came in that it was 1 shift, and suddenly they have to take a decision of selling that machine to someone else. And then they called the experts, and they were talking, and then I was part of that meeting just with a friend. and everybody was realizing about the statistics, etc., etc. Then my turn comes in, and I asked, "Do you have a website?" Then they said, "No, we don't have a website." Then I said, how you were doing the business?" They said, "It is a 40-year-old company. We have canvasser and they're a fixed customer, and they were giving us whatever 4-5% margin, and we were happy, and we were running the business." Then I said, "Okay, who were getting job printed from you? Do they have a website?" And the answer was yes, few of their customer, the vendor as the website. Now, what portfolio we were looking at, they said all the jobs that you see on this portfolio is printed by us. The message was very clear. These clients of theirs, what they were doing is through website, they were generating a bulk orders from abroad, and they were getting it printed at a very low rate here, and they were selling it a very high margin to the other companies. And as this original manufacturer has no website, he was not searchable on web, was going to the agent instead of directly coming to the this guy who is actually a manufacturer of the printer. With this, I don't want to scare anybody that if you don't have a website, you cannot do business. But it is very important to have some kind of digital presence, be it a LinkedIn, be it Facebook, Insta. But when you start with the website, you can really see the difference. And it is not because I am selling a website, you get it done from anyone. If it is not there, make sure it is SSL compliance, make sure it is responsive, make sure it is search engine friendly. So this we have already seen that what's really changing for us is mainly the change due to the usage of mobile, that everything changed. SSL certificate that I've already explained you. If you don't have a SSL certificate on your website, please go and get it. It is not very costly. It is anywhere between 2,500 or zero cost to 7,500, depending on the quality of the certificate that you buy. Due to SSL, technically, it is not going to affect you, but it is more easier for Google to search your site for their safety. And as it is no much of a cost, we can have it. So I have also run a site known as a kotak.co.in, which is having a free material on digital marketing. No registration is required, and we don't sell anything there. I wrote this article long back that eventually will we be paying to be seen on search engine. Now till the half phase is reaching, you might feel that I'm talking all negative. It is not, because once you know all negative, you will be able to use it positively for your business. Google on their support page says that no one can give the guarantee of ranking #1 on Google. You can see on the top window it is written. And you can see in the bottom window there is a green color AD written, and AD represents advertisement. And earlier, as I told you, the left hand side were only 10 results. Now you see on left hand side you will see around 20 results, and right hand side there were the 7 or 8 boxes of advertisement. Now you don't see anything on the right hand side advertisement, because now Google has by default made the search engine 20. As I told you, the major revenue comes when the people click on the advertisement. As Amazon came in, the product search volume has been lost from Google. I repeat, there were early only Google search. Then there is a social search through Facebook. People are searching on Facebook to with each other. Then there is a product search. It's gone to Amazon. So it's not there. If you wanted to buy an iPhone, you will go and search on Google the dealer rate for iPhone in Mumbai or in Delhi or in India. Now, if you want to buy a laptop or a phone, you will directly go to a site like Flipkart, Amazon, etc. So Google started losing their search volume. If they lose their search volume, they lose the advertisement revenue. And as they were losing the advertisement revenue, they started hitting the more spot of advertisement. Until date, again, you see Google has no banner ads. It is all text advertisement. Earlier, that text advertisement were 27, 35, 35. That means 27 character first line, 35 character second line, and 35 character third line. Now you can see that ads they allowed more than 180 characters with a lot of features. So when ad becomes thicker, their revenue increases, because when ad were small, you were writing a very specific message to make user understand what you are selling. And then CTR ratio was accurate around 3%. When the advertisement has gone high, the CTR, I mean, when the advertisement volume reduced, their Google CTR increased to 10%, which is 300% revenue hike for them. Now, as an advertiser, when you will be learning in the coming slides how to do advertisement, we will avoid this big ads and the accurate ad. That way you will spend less, you will get more visibility and more better leads. But as I said, first you have to understand all kind of options that is given by Google to you, all kind of option that is given to you by Facebook. If we understand this, we will be able to select the right option. Moving ahead, so now you can see that this is a bottom part of search. The previous page was the top part. So what I mean is, out of 20 result, now Google gives you 4 to 8 advertisement on the top, 4 to 8 advertisement on the bottom. That means you have to pay to be seen on Google. Now it is avoidable? No, it is not available. When I started my business, I used to say that the business is not local, it is not national, it is global. But now if you search on Google, first you will see, if you are in Delhi and if you're searching for web designing company, you will not see me in Mumbai because I am not from Delhi, and you will see the local search. So now what Google has done is they have reversed the whole trend from global to national to local. And that means if I want to acquire customer from other country, I will have to go and advertise google.uk on google.us. This way, the core purpose of a free business has been reversed on a, you have to pay again. Without paying to Google, you are not seen. So first we understand again all this, and then we will see that how by paying minimum we can reach to the maximum audiences. The whole takeaway of this today's session. Moving ahead, you have to understand that as Google realized that they are losing on Amazon for a product search, they launched something known as a shopping advertisement. This is only useful to you if you are directly selling to end customer. So Google idea was that you can upload the product picture of your product and price, and this you can take user directly to on your website instead of to Amazon, because when you sell on Amazon, you pay a heavy royalty to them. So if you want to directly bypass the user going to Amazon and bring on your website, assuming that people are still searching product on Google, you can give the shopping ads where you can have a revenue stream size photo, not very big, and the price and the product name, your site name, and the link is directly taking them to the buy page. So we call it as a shopping ad. So this is also one of the option if you are directly targeting the end user. So that is what I explained, that Google have made their advertisement options from small to big. Shopping ad and also in the top, then the paid advertisement, then hardly you see the free organic or SEO based search. And on the right hand side also they have started allowing shopping ads. Now this depends on the number of advertisers they have, the keyword that you are searching, and the competition in that keyword. So if it is very popular, they might not give you at a very cheaper rate, then you have to pay more. If it is not competitive, you pay less. Now what is the right budget? What is the right cost? How to find the cost, how to find the audience, that we will be seeing in the next 50% of the session. Now you have to understand the Facebook story also, and that will also help to understand the LinkedIn story, which is most useful for us. When Facebook started as a social platform for friends to friends sharing. So if we are in a group and we want to share some photos, we start using Facebook. Now it has gone so wide, and I will always say that Facebook is not developed by technologists, it is developed by psychologists. You have to understand how, using human psychology, Facebook has captured the whole world and whole world is really addicted on Facebook. If you see the statistic, the number of hours that we spend on Facebook, Insta, and WhatsApp is very huge, and that is a non-productive use. But as an advertiser, if I understand that my consumer are uh, using it for non-productive use, and by converting it, if I use it for productive use, I might be able to reach to this consumer base who will be possibly buying from you. That again will, the secrets we'll see in coming slide, but we understand that what option really Facebook gives you for the advertisement. So Facebook start with likes concept, where if you have more number of like, your brand is popular. Later they have added a lot of options that you can bring audience to your website, you can bring audience to your e-commerce website, etc., etc. And they are very interesting if you are into FMCG or a retail or a B2C market. If you are into B2B market, we'll have to stick to the strategy of Google and LinkedIn, and that we will be covering up in the coming slides. So we have to understand, in my session, people come to me and say that आपने बोला वो तो बहुत अच्छा लगा, but हमारे पास ऐसा serious budget नहीं है. So how do we promote for free? अभी जिसको हम organic बोलते हैं, that is free. Now this free, somebody said my voice is not clear. विकास जी, मेरा आवाज नहीं आ रहा है?
Yeah, it is clear.
Clear. So possibly, somebody sent me a chat message. So possibly the connection problem at their end. Okay. In this case, I will skip to free tools of social media marketing, assuming we are more into B2B. So LinkedIn is very useful for all of us. The strategy still remain the same, or if you see there is a column of LinkedIn also. What we can do is on LinkedIn, you are not allowed to spam like a Facebook. One second, some WebEx is sending some error message.
You allow it.
Okay, I allowed it. So the free or organic way would be, depending on the business, you have to make this table and write down whether your product or service is useful to user on Facebook, whether it is useful to user on Twitter, because every social media platform works differently, whether it is your user base is on YouTube, LinkedIn, or SlideShare. Now SlideShare is acquired by LinkedIn. LinkedIn, if we talk about, you see the actual owner or the buyer or the exact executive with their various biodata. You can send them a contact request, not more than 8 to 10 in a day, because you cannot spam user there. You don't send them hi hello messages because this is a very serious platform. And there are so many groups related to your industry or the buyer industry. You have to daily add around 2 to 3 groups. And there is something known as LinkedIn Pulse, wherein you can write article. We always say that nobody comes on your website to buy something. They come on your website to know something. So second rule follow is educate and earn. On this platform, if you keep trying to sell, they will not buy it. But if you keep educating them about the product and services and how your product and services can really help solve your problem, is very important. And every 20 days, you have to go to LinkedIn and post this article in Pulse, not on your wall. Also, it is allowed, but don't send and spam people to everyone that I have written this article or I am selling this product. Automatically, it reaches to 35-40,000 people through groups. If you are using this Facebook, we always say that the rule should be 80-20, because all these platforms are a social network. So 80% time you need to be social, 20% time you can explain about the businesses or services that you provide. The biggest mistake everybody does is 80% time they talk only about selling, and 20% time only they talk social. This is to be done reverse. But more than a social media market, our interesting topic for B2B is digital marketing plan. Now we'll go deep into this as we end the 50% of session. I will once again take a minute's break here to make the revisions or the what changed for us from 1995 to 2021, and what are the platforms that now we can advertise with. And most important, now there are different kind of search. First is the buyer search the seller. Second is the seller can search the buyer. Third is the product search, and fourth is the social search. So if we are available on all this platform directly or indirectly, our consumer using any of the search, we should be visible. And now the many business owners comes and tell us that, okay, I have a very serious budget. Please tell me, how do I proceed with digital marketing? So my first message to business owner is, first step is design a website, प्रोफेशनल वेबसाइट, बिकॉज अगर हमारी दुकान ही नहीं है तो हम प्रमोट किसको करेंगे. सो वेबसाइट एक बार बन जाने के बाद में निकल spend money. We have to also understand that on the virtual world, you cannot really touch and feel the product. So you have to do a good photography if you are selling a product. So he should get a feel of it. You should write your contact details. You should your site secure, because the new customer coming to you is not meeting you in an exhibition that he'll have a feel. He's meeting you virtually. So you have to generate a virtual trust. The once website is done, tell your designer or the company who's handling a website to make it compliance, like I said in the previous scheme, and also tell them to make your search engine friendly, site search engine friendly, search engine optimized. Though nowadays, as we have seen in the previous slide, that you have to pay Google any which ways. So you are not freely not available, but in certain products and services where there are no much of advertiser, then Google will list only the few advertiser and the more of a organic search. And till date, if your 100% time search is search, only 10% time advertisement is click, 90% time they still want to directly touch your site. And if that is done, I'm assuring you the buyer is 50% sold, because right now what I am thinking exactly is shown to me is very useful as a seller, and buyer will send you a lead. So search engine optimization, when Google started, Google was always telling that you add your site to me and I will do the rest. Now Google has published a book which is 100 plus pages, and your web designer need to follow all the rules or the guidelines. There is not the rules, but the guidelines given by Google. And if you want to write, you can write down the book known as Search Engine Submission Guide by Google. So it is published by Google, and you have to tell your designer or a developer to follow this exact suggestions given by Google. The third is content marketing, or content is king. As I repeat, the golden rule is nobody comes on a website to buy something. They come on your website first to know something. So educate and earn. So if you're selling some chip, you have to explain the user why this chip is used, what is the unique selling point of yours. But he should more feel of giving him education than actually directly selling. You should have forms like free consultancy form or call me back form, wherein user will fill up a form. You will call back the user. You will start explaining him about your product, not selling it, because on web there are millions and millions websites are there, and your competition is also there. You have to be different than your competition. And how to be different virtually is the content, because remember, this is not the exhibition, this is not your virtual office. They are coming at 2 o'clock in the night possibly, and they want to really know what you sell and how you sell exactly. And without talking to you, they should get all the information which normally you give to your consumer in the real world. So the confusion in the business owner's mind is, they call web designer and they tell him to make a website without giving him the proper information. Please and please note this point, that you will be doing the 80% of the work. Web designer will be doing only 20% of work, converting your 80% information available to the web, and you still will be paying 100 rupees, 100% to the web designer. Don't expect web designer to write a content for you because it is your business. You speak yourself, your marketing executives, not the designer speak in front of consumer. So it is better that you first you look at the content and do it. The last two is very important. The whole session background that I said was depending on this. Google paid advertisement most important for all of us, even me. As I said, 3 or 4 years spending a single day, I used to generate 10 leads a day. Now I myself spend around 50 to 60,000 minimum on Google to generate 3 leads a day. So leads have reduced and the cost of advertisement has gone up. But at the same time, if you know the concept, instead of directly going to agency, you will save a lot of money. And that is the secret I'm going to open in next slides. I don't say that you yourself do it if you're not technical. You do your business. But I always insist that you learn the basics of it. So when you're sitting in an advertising agency or the digital marketing agency or people like us, whatever we say is not correct, don't accept it. Please note that I have seen my customer gone out and spend lakhs of rupees a month because we were not into the business of promotion. We were only into the business of creation. And that is why I came into the mission of educating business owners, because technically they were paying a lot of money by getting the very low visibility or no visibility. And because this technology is so dangerously weaved off now, as I told you, because 25 years been passed and mobile usage and data plan in every Indian's hands. We are only talking about India, but if you go world, they are more technological world than us. Then they are using technological very deeply. So it has become more of a technical than the communication. Earlier, the advertisement was important with the communication because there was no technological hurdles. Now, what are these technological hurdles that we'll be looking in the other slides? But I'm sure with the 25 years journey, you must have realized the importance that if we don't change now, we will not be visible. And if we are not visible, our competitors are visible, or our traders or our clients are visible who are buying from us and selling it in the market. Please know that Oyo earns more than the hotel owners. Please know that the Amazon earns more than the shop owners or the actual product owners. The Swiggy and Zomato earns more than the restaurant owners without owning the restaurant. So why? Because they have not adopted the technology the way they were supposed to. But it is not too late for the small businesses that we still know the secrets and we implement it. Believe me, it is not tough. At least knowing is not tough. So with this, we jump into more deep into Google advertisement world. Unfortunately, we have no choice but to go there, because earlier in the free search also we were being able to see. Now we are not. And I'm sure, as I'm not able to see all of you, but if it is the real session, I can judge looking at the people's face that they are agreeing to what I'm saying, because the leads have reduced coming in from online world. And last is important. I say it is not because last 18 months digital is not emergency, it is a necessity. Now with this, we understand how Google works. As I told you, Google started with only search engine. Then they went ahead and bought the YouTube. Then they went ahead and acquired Motorola, and they invented, or they worked on a operating system, free operating system, and they converted it to Android. This way they are now on video world. This way they are now on mobile way. This way they are now on already search world. So through Google, where can I reach? And Google's advantage is, and most important for all business to business owners, are search, because buyer is searching you, but you are not visible. So if buyer is searching me, I must be visible at any cost on all the devices, on all the channels and all the platforms my user is searching me. By this, when I say that, user specifically telling that I want a particular chip, I want a particular mobile, I want a particular hardware, I want a particular screen, etc., etc., then my name should appear there. Otherwise, I will not be able to generate leads. So first option, we all know that Google search. So you pay Google when your advertisement is displayed. You're not paying for the display. If it is displayed for 10,000 times, you are not paying Google a single rupee. You are visible. But when any search user clicks the advertisement, you are charged, and that is deducted from your credit card. I want all the business owners that you insist advertising agency that your credit card will be connected to Google ad accounts. Because what agency does is they put their credit card and the per click cost is suppose 10 rupees. They send you a report of them that I have generated 1,000 clicks and the per click cost was 30. So you pay me 30,000, wherein they have spent only 10,000. So, and then as they have spent only 10,000 instead of 30, if you know, and if you spend 30, you will be able to generate 300, 200 time more traffic than what they have spent and taken away the margin. I don't deny that you pay them a service fee, and whatever service fee normally they charge around 15,000 rupees for the budget up to 1 lakh rupees. That is okay, but always connect your credit card to the Google account. Always have you as a view rights for the reports that is directly generated from Google. In the coming slide, we'll see that very accurate and the transparent report Google gives you on number of time your advertisement is seen to the people, number of time it has been clicked, what was the per click rate, and what was the total amount billed to you. That is the second option. It is a display ads. Very important for us to understand what is display ads. So what Google did in 1998 to 2001, they were only allowing them search advertisement on them. Slowly and gradually, they started another program known as AdSense. This is known as AdWords. AdWords is for advertiser and AdSense is for publishers. So for example, they went to Times of India and they said you have millions of virtual views on your virtual online paper. Why don't you put this 4 line of code onto your page? And you need not worry about the advertiser. I will bring the advertiser for you. एंड मैंने आपको सेशन शुरू होने के पहले बोला था गूगल ने कहा है मैं जो भी करूंगा सर्च के अलावा कुछ भी नहीं करूंगा. So their concept is so wonderful, their algorithm is so wonderful that anything which is available in the public domain is searchable by Google. So what Google does is that 4 line of code reads the newspaper article, and suppose there is an article in newspaper, Times of India newspaper online for real estate in Noida, and if you are a real estate developer in Noida, your advertisement will automatically send to Times of India online page. When user click there, you are charged suppose 10 rupees. Times of India will never know that you paid 10 rupees, but Google will set on the amount that that is being. Somebody said he don't understand Hindi. I'm sorry for speaking 1 line in Hindi. जो भी करूंगा सर्च के अलावा कुछ नहीं करूंगा means Google want that whatever we'll do will be in the search area and nothing but the search area. So this way your advertisement is seen on everywhere where your product or services is discussed in through the display ads. As far as my experience goes, there are some frauds also running. Google always try to connect it. So what many people will do is they will write a junk content. They will put the Google code, and they themselves will go and tell other people to click whatever revenues and they share among themselves. So display ads creditability wise, it is not very effective as what my experience during these years. But visibility wise, it goes to so many people with a very little cost. I will share some of the real life statistics in the coming slides. So my suggestions to you, all of you, is you try a display it for 3 months and see the results. If results are not good, you can put it off and you can continue with the search ads. Now video ads. The statistics say that in 1 second, if I capture the video uploaded on YouTube right now in 1 second, and if I give it to you, you will need 24 hours to see all the videos which has been uploaded in 1 second. So that means the content is huge. An advertisement comes when the content is huge. And the Google technology is putting the right keyword, right advertisement in front of right audience because of the search technology. Now, video ads are these. So suppose you are searching for a 3D printing machine, and you have searched on a YouTube video about how this 3D printing machine works, and somebody is talking about, the demonstration is going live on 3D printing machine. And if you're a seller of a 3D printing machine, your advertisement will appear on the video overlay ad, we call it as. So now audience mind is thinking of buying 3D printing machine, and at that time, if my ad is automatically displayed there, I am upsold. And that is, no technology in the world will provide this facility that you are in front of user when exactly he or she thinks about your products and services. So that is, we have already seen that as Amazon was taking away the search volume of product from Google away, Google started this facility for advertisers who really don't want to sell directly on Amazon, but they want to sell the product on their own site. So that is a shopping ads. If you are one of them, you can use the same platform for a shopping ads. The only difference, all across the platform, the rates never change for Google. The only difference is the format changes. On video ads, there are a different format. For shopping ads, there are different sizes. For Google search, there is no photo, but only a text advertisement. All the specifications are mentioned when you try to create the advertisement on Google. So these are the, and app ads. App ads is, suppose you made an app and you want to sell an app. So when people are searching for app on the Play Store or Apple Store, your app advertisement will come on the top, then the free one. And the new concept started is a mobile ad. So mobile ad, those ads, those mobile apps which allowed the ads through Google and based on their the theme of the app, because you are searching. For example, if it is a Truecaller and Truecaller want to sell, the Vodafone want to give the advertisement of SIM card there, automatically his ad will go on there. And if user clicks, Google earns and Google will share with the app owners. So that is known as a mobile app ads. And the last is mobile ads. In mobile ads, the only difference is as it is a mobile, you can give a call button and give a direct call number. So when users see your ad, it directly clicks on call and it directly gets connected to you instead of sending you an email or writing or filling up a form. So these are the Google advertisement options available with us. And you must patiently use it for 3 months first. See the result. And the advantage of digital marketing is you can accurately find the data. So suppose you give advertisement in Times of India, next day possibly it is going into the scrap dealer and it is given to you in a packing of whatever food that you bought, etc. And the value is dead, and there is no record that what is earned instead of except the direct sales. In case of advertisement, through some certain codes and lead forms connected to each other, I can exactly know my per lead cost on Google. But I suggest all the business owners that marketing is not about direct sales or ROI or a lead. Marketing is about visibility. If you are visible, people will come to you, and then it becomes a credibility, and then profitability automatically comes. The most of the mistake the business owner does is they directly decide not to continue with the agency or the Google advertisement because they don't see the benefit within 3 months. So I say that at least 1 to 3 months, run the advertisement, tweak it every week, tell your agency every week. The other secrets I'm going to share with you, you will understand that it's a lot of options available. Within these 5 options, there are so many other options. For example, the rule of marketing is you have to ask your consumer, will you marry me 12 times? Will you buy from me 12 times? Now, there is no other non-traditional, non-digital method where I can count that I have reached to my customer 12 times. But in digital marketing, by throwing cookies, a piece of a software, I am damn sure that this advertisement is shown to particular individual for 12 times. Google call it as a remarketing and a retargeting ads in Facebook. So where what we do is when you have visited our website but not taken a decision, and when either you are searching on Google or on Facebook, you are scrolling through, we know that you already visited my site. We don't know that possibly you were Gurmeet ji, but I exactly know that hey, this user has footprint on my website. So I will trail you on Google and Facebook. And after 12 times, my software will keep accounting. After 12 times, I'll stop trailing you. So these are the technological tool using which we can reach to the audience again and again, which is not possible in traditional way of marketing, except we collect the data in exhibition and we keep calling on phone. In digitally, without calling them on phone, we can keep appearing on their eyeballs. So we move on to the real examples. As I was explaining you, that there is a 3D printer buyer guide, and you can see this is YouTube. Online 3D printing India is somebody searching, and this guy is selling the buyer guide. So his ad is appearing on the video as well as on the right hand side of the video. A very perfect example of digital marketing. A very accurate, right advertisement at right time, and the cost of this advertisement, you might be surprised, is hardly 2 to 5 rupees a click, not for the display. Facebook advertisement goes on a paisas, but these agencies and the agents in between takes away a lot of margins. So how do I find the cost? Both platforms gives the transparent cost upfront within a single command to you that we'll be seeing in the next slide. You can see the another example of IndiaMart, wherein the people is searching for 3D printer buyer guide, and this advertisement even appearing on the right hand side. So 3D printing machine manufacturing machinery will be listed, but at the same time on the right hand side this buyer guide is appearing. So I can possibly buy the buyer guide and decide what is the right printer for me. So right example, right advertisement, and a right audience. Now we after understanding these options of Google, we have to understand the Facebook ads. So very effective ads if you are into events, if you are into outside but local selling for some time in that particular area. Just like an example, I've been to around 18 cities of Mumbai, and I've been to that cities first time in my life, like Indore, Nagpur, Amaravati, and small towns like Sangli, Satara, Karad in Maharashtra. In this case, when we go there for a session, for a free session, we advertise by spending 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees, and we generate around 2,000 confirmations, 200 confirmation, and the audience that we can accommodate is 100. So that kind of event that you are doing, if you are going to a particular town, small town, to market your product. Earlier, we used to give the cable advertisement, paper advertisement, radio advertisement. Through Facebook, it is very much possible to exactly target audience pin code wise, age wise, sex wise, their location wise, their business wise, because when we open up a Facebook account, we purposefully tell everyone who we are. We buy a car, we put a photo, and then we do the tagging. Now Facebook, just like a Google algorithm, Facebook algorithm clicks and reads your behavior. Let me also give you the example that suppose after the end of the session, if you ask me what is my phone number, and if I just announce amongst the 100 people who are participating, and you 100 people add my number into your phone, but I have not added it yet because I have no number of yours. And then tomorrow I will see friends you may know list, may all of your faces that matches my phone number because the phone number is given to Facebook. Now, though they say that Facebook and WhatsApp is different, if I am using the WhatsApp number and the Facebook number, which is same, and that the same number is in your phone in contact list, the Facebook assumes that we are friends. That is why our phone number is there. The other option is we call it as a lookalike or a DNA audience. So suppose you have a database of your existing customer or the exhibition data list where you have name, email ID, and phone number. Only three things. You can upload officially this into a Excel sheet on a Facebook. It is not treated as spam, because when you Facebook see that any of these detail, and how this detail will be matched, because I always say this in my area, my name is Manoj Kotak, and in my area there is a BJP corporator, now he is MP, his name is also Manoj Kotak. But on Facebook, we cannot, our names are same. When he got the ticket, the press reporter went to my website, kotak.co.in, he took my picture and he published in a TV that I got a ticket. So name can be duplicated and can be confusing. A same name can be, name and surname, rarely but possible. But on Facebook, you log in with email ID. His email ID and my email ID is unique. And if I or him has given the phone number, exact same phone number, the Facebook knows that this is a politician, Manoj Kotak, and this is the Manoj Kotak who is into IT. So if I am your consumer, I will be able to see your ad. He will not be able to see your ad. That kind of accuracy is possible through Facebook. They have started a new feature known as a shop visit. So suppose you are running a physical shop, and through mobile, you have sent the advertisement on Facebook, and the client's location service is on, and Facebook notes down that this person has seen your ad, and if he enters a shop which is mapped on Facebook, Facebook gives you a report that I have shown your ad to 100 people, out of which 2 people walked into your store. Now this could be a very interesting for real estate developers, a jewelry selling website or a restaurant, that what efforts that they have spent that worth the new consumer have entered that shop. So these are a few of the example. Facebook knows your behavior. If you're more females friend, Facebook knows that you are liking more females or vice versa, and accordingly it will change the friend list based on the clicks. If you like coffee more, it will show you Starbucks and Nescafe because you have said you like coffee and you have liked the other coffee store pages. If you're buying on 25th of every month from Facebook, Facebook will possibly send you a coupon on 23rd of every month. So these are the digital way of attracting consumer. But as an advertiser, if I have no clue, I will not be able to utilize it to full fledged way. What people do is they hire agency, they give them 5,000 to 10,000 rupees, and they tell them to boost a post, or they tell them to just upload the post related to festival, etc., etc. Now, this is not the right way of doing the advertisement. What is the right way? That we'll be looking in the coming slide. So Facebook gives you these options. Now, what is the right option? So suppose if you are a celebrity, you would like to increase the follower. So then you can say that, okay, I want more followers. If you are an e-commerce site, you would like to have a site visits, that people visit your website. So that is a traffic. If you are a real estate developer, you want more leads, more forms that so you can call them through. So that is called as conversions. So there are different options available to you. Ask your advertising agency that what kind of audience. 1 second. विकास जी, विक्रांत जी का माइक बंद करें. What kind of goal that you are going to set with them, decide the goal, but for that you must understand the options that you have. Don't just increase the follower. So Facebook gives you this kind of option, and this is very close to LinkedIn, but LinkedIn, we don't write so many things that compared to on what we can write on a Facebook. So basically, I can advertise for a particular country, for a particular region, or even for a pin code. So if my cake shop is in Mulund, which is 40080, which is still a large area covered by 10 kilometers, I can say that please advertise my advertisement of my shop in 40080. Now, when I go to Facebook and if I say that I want to advertise in 40080, and the age group that will be coming to my shop will be around, say, 20 to 65, in a second, Facebook will tell me that, okay, I have around 50,000 people in this area to whom I can show your ad. Now, if you go on a traditional method, what you would have done is possibly you have printed the brochures, you have gone to newspaper dealer and tell him that, oh, newspaper, please insert this inside the newspaper. So this kind of a very low cost, I mean, by spending around 200 or 300 rupees a day, you can reach around 5,000 to 6,000 people in your area. And if you keep that budget for a whole month, it is hardly 10,000. And you can repeatedly, said we have to ask 12 times. So depending on the crowd that is available in that area, if they reach the maximum number of audience, and if still the budget is open, they rerun the advertisement again to the same audience. So this is the way we can filter the Facebook audience. We can also filter them on a age, gender, and interest. For example, if you are launching a lipstick for a rural area for the age group of 35 to 45, you can go to Facebook and you can select the particular area or a city, and Facebook will tell you that how many female in this age group is available in that area who are using Facebook on their phone or on a desktop. So whoever is using Facebook, your advertisement will be going to them. Suppose you have written a book which is in Gujarati, so you can target the advertisement only to people who have written that reading language Gujarati. If it is written reading English speaking Gujarati, it will not be shown to them. If you have written that I am from Delhi and now in Canada, and real estate party want to advertise it to NRI, there is no other way. Instead of I'm going to the exhibition and doing the NRI advertisement through Facebook, I can sitting here. I can send this advertisement to someone sitting in Canada who is from Delhi, because Facebook tells me who exactly is the person, but you really know the numbers. So this way, shopping behavior, whether you're using iPhone or whether you're using Android, based on that app advertisement is shown to you. If it is only for iPhone, Facebook already know that it is downloaded from that store. It will not show you a app which cannot run on an iPhone. So if I know this filter, I would put my advertisement only to these section. Now this is the most important screen that I wanted you to understand. And when I told you about that, you have to go to agency, no doubt about it, and you accept their service charge, but you tell them to give you this report before you start. For example, if you know about Vistaprint, we have a small Vistaprint like a company known as FlexiPrint. Now FlexiPrint does the same thing what Vista does. If you want to print a business card, you can search on online business card printing or online printing. You will see our name. You go on our website, you see calculator, you say 100 cards, whatever color, the GSM, you see the code, you see the design, you upload the design, and we send it within 3 days. Now, if I want to product this, advertise this, how many audience are actually searching for it? This is a very important want to advertise. And if you want to do a basic research, that is my product or service being asked on internet? If yes, then let us jump into digital marketing more. If no, then let us go on a traditional marketing, basic search. So Google opens up this data that how many people in last month have searched for this keyword. And if you want to be on top, what is the amount that you will be spending per click? If I know this, I often know this my budget. And if I know my right budget, I can then hire an agency. And if agency is telling me that budget is 1 lakh and the Google report says budget is 25,000, I know this agency is not correct for me. Or I will tell him that, okay, you tell me your service charge and I will pay whatever is actually charged, and the report should come from Google, not from you. I mean, you have to get access. Now, these things are open. It is known as a keyword ranking tool by Google. And if you open up an account with Google yourself, then Google give you 2,000 rupees credit, which is used against the advertisement that you will be starting with them by minimum paying 5,000 rupees. Many business owners ask me that we like this idea. What is the minimum budget that B2B organization should go for? My answer is 25,000 to 50,000 a month for Google and all other 4 options that I was showing: display ad, YouTube ad, mobile ads, etc. That is a budget that you will be paying. 20,000 maximum per month by the agency, but in that they give you the transparent reports: how many impression, how many clicks, what was the rate, and how much you are being charged per campaign. And then we will see how I can measure the sales or a ROI on this incoming slide. So when I have given this keyword list, and then I say I want to target only India, because printing, sending abroad could be a very difficult, or the cost wise the courier will go more than the product cost. I say I want to only target India. Then the option I have selected, Google search, I have selected not to go on YouTube for now. I have selected not to go on display partner network. If you want to try, you can give that option there. And negative keyword means, suppose I am selling business card and somebody is asking for online rate for business card printing machine. I am not selling printing machine. So printing machine is the negative keyword for me.
Hello.
So it is very important that your agency read the keyword every week and give this to you, and you select correct word. Otherwise, you will be charged on for a wrong keyword, and you will be charged for a wrong keyword. So now the next, once you say get search volume, you can see the result on your screen. It says that online printing is asked for 2,400 times is high, and suggested bid is 16 rupees 21 paisa per click, not for the impression. Now what a smart person will do is he will add up all the monthly search, he will add up all the suggested bid cost. So suppose average monthly cost is 4,000 and average click ratio is 10. I will know that maximum click-through ratio is 10%. That means 400 people will click at 10 rupees a click. So I will not be spending more than 4,000, 5,000 a month. So this is very, very important for all of my friends who are listening to me calmly from last 2 hours. I can see that all of them are still there. Please make sure that you know the right budget upfront before hiring any of the agency, so that there is no risk. And if you can save money here, you can use the same money for other platform to bring the more visibility. Now, what is the right budget on Facebook? Facebook is, and never do the mistake of boost post. Most of the people, what they do is Facebook keep tempting you to boost something that you have posted about a product, and they ask you that, I can reach to X number of people in X number of for X number of rupees. On Facebook, I always suggest that let campaign run separately, let people click your advertisement, and let people come on your website, and through analytic you measure that how many people have Facebook have sent on your website. Because I am not interested in people liking my product or looking at my advertisement. I am more interested in selling, and I can only measure the conversion when I bring people on my website. So my suggestion to all of you is make a landing page or a product page and redirect people from Facebook to come to your website, because ultimately I have to bring people to my shop, not on my Facebook page. Many organizations just remain on Facebook page and Insta page. That is also recommended, but you should also have a website, because on website you can have a vast catalog, vast information, all your expertise, and the audience coming on a website is a serious buyer. All those who are there or not is not really serious when they come on a Facebook. So what is the right budget? When you select the audience, see, as I given you example, I have selected the age group, etc. It tells me that if you pay me $10, which is 700 rupees, it can reach to 6,100 to 16,000 people in a day. And the total number of people is shown here depending on the budget. So if I have 4 lakh people, and if Facebook claims that it can reach 10,000 people a day, that means I can run this ad for 1.5 months, assuming it reaches 10 people every month. Or if it is results are very good, we can really extend it to more period again on the same audience. So this is the right budget for marketing. Somebody is asking a question in between. I will complete in 5-6 minutes, and we have a 10 minutes question answer session. I will reply to all of your questions. Now, I always say that digital marketing is bringing your consumer digitally. So we should acquire them digitally, and we should make follow with them digitally. The mistake many people does is, like we be in exhibition, we collect the cards, and then we try to send email on the same night, and then we start following up manually. So if you are having, say, collected around thousands data, and you keep it in the Excel sheet, and you keep calling everyone through Excel, and if consumer says that, prospective customer said, call me after 3 days. So by the time you finish 1,000, you will forget about a consumer who told you to call him after 3 days, and the consumer is lost. So what we suggest is you connect your digital efforts with something known as a customer relationship management software. There are zero cost software available to paid like Zoho to one-time cost, which is costing 1 lakh rupees. And you track on a dashboard the efforts that is been invested amount wise and the visitors that you have generated number wise. So this is a case study of a real estate developer in a small town known as Kolhapur. 2016 demonetization stuck all of their advertisements, stopped 50 pledged to be sold at around 50 lakh rupees each, and the site visit stopped because of the demonetization. The people were holding the buyings, and he never in their life have applied the digital platform. So one of the session, after I finished the session, he met me there and he said, can we divert some available fund to the digital channel also? And then I went to their office, very decent staff, even in Kolhapur, they're speaking in English. Otherwise, normally the Maharashtrian is a dominating language there. I suggested whatever suggestions been given, really honestly been followed. And this is the data which shows that and then we decided the area that from which area the people will come, because that was with in 50 lakhs with a swimming pool and a lot of good facilities, and it's a nice complex it was. We were able to generate around 19,819 impressions had been seen, out of which 2,433 people clicked on a Google advertisement. AdWords is Google. The total cost charged to credit card was only 12,000. So cost per click was 5 rupees 16 paisa. Now, if you see through Google, they have generated 149 leads. So by search, the sales were much better because people were searching for 2 BHK flat in Kolhapur and they found him. They liked the photographs because the site was made accordingly. The video was running, demonstrations were there, and they expressed the interest of visiting the site, and they could convert a good number of visitors there. The Facebook was amazing in display. 1,72,078 people have seen their advertisement. 21,000 been clicked. 21,000 was amount being charged. Per click ratio was only 1 rupee, but they got only 12 leads. So if you see comparatively, leads were less, but visibility wise, they were now known builder among the area. The people were calling them to ask if they have the development in the other part of the Kolhapur town. In Google Display Partner Network, you can see that 2.9 millions been visited, 9,000 been clicked. The amount charged was the highest, 23,000, but the lead were very less. So in your case also, whatever platform you're using, through coding, ask your developer to connect this lead generation forms and the AdWords code to the dashboard of the content management system. Now, content management system will tell your operator as soon as he or she logs in that what is the number of calls he need to make today based on the date, and then what was suppose somebody one of the software, you know that what my partner quoted him. So this way, what I am trying to explain to you guys is digital marketing efforts are not enough if they are not tracked. If you just leave it on agency and business is coming in and then you're not directly calculating, you might be spending more. So with this, I end my session and I hand over to Vikasji or Vikrantji for we have 10-15 minutes of question answer session. Vikasji, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Manojji.
And before I end, Vikasji, I would also really thankful to Narula ji and Gurmeet ji and ESC. I am associated with ESC from 2004. I have seen all of their physical events, and in last 18 months, I have seen the new committee with Narula ji, Gurmeet ji. We have not felt that we are missing that touch of meeting internal delegates. They have done all the events. I've been participating in all the virtual events, and still business is coming in, still the visibility is going, which is really amazing, and I'm very much thankful to this. With this, I am really handing over to you, Vikasji.
Thank you, Manojji.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now the floor is open for questions. So if you have any questions, then either you can place the same in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Mr. Manoj, good afternoon to you. I'm John from Business Gateways.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the very insightful presentation.
Thank you.
I would like to know what is best for B2B. On which platform are the decision makers found normally? Because normally we think that on Facebook they are not available.
No,
But
correct.
yeah, so can you please advise on which platform is effective for B2B?
Google AdWords, when buyer search the seller. So if you're, every buyer is, whether be B2B or B2C, they search themselves on Google. So Google advertisement should be the first platform for you.
Okay.
Other platform is LinkedIn organic and LinkedIn paid.
Okay. And coming to LinkedIn, can I know on which on LinkedIn, especially with regard to engineering companies, are they for sure IT companies
So
are there, but
LinkedIn,
engineering companies?
you know your audience, right? I mean, you can search the audience related to.
Yeah, but the response was less when we are searching for engineering-based companies.
And what about the groups? Have you tried searching the groups?
No, not yet.
So go in for
I'll do
groups internationally.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
one of my product is printing software. Now printing industry is not big as like you were saying. And the disadvantage is the most digital and offset printing company are very technical on the subject, but they are not tech savvy.
All right.
So what I done was I went to printing groups, and because they meet to discuss about printing technology. They are not meeting to discuss about my product.
Right.
So I went and
Got
I silently kept adding, and that over a 3 to 4 or 6 months time, I had around 40 or 50 groups having 35,000 to 45,000 international printing companies coming there regularly and discussing.
Awesome.
I didn't send them a message. I started writing
Okay.
articles in something known as LinkedIn Pulse. If you are not aware,
Yeah.
to
That's a,
yeah. So that, and then you share this link of Pulse articles to these groups. They are moderated. Don't force them. If they are not adding, forget
right.
it. This way,
Right.
you will be visible slowly and gradually in 6 months. And then
Okay.
you will see that you will start generating lead. Honestly, after doing these efforts for almost 3 years, we generate 4
Oh.
demo requests every month.
Awesome. Awesome.
Internet printing. And just like
Thank you so
Facebook,
much.
YouTube also has a paid option,
Right.
but they are costly.
Okay. And just a quick question once again. What CRM would you advise?
I would advise, if you're technical, you can try vTiger, which is free,
Okay.
0 cost.
Awesome. Okay.
Other is Zoho, but Zoho start eventually with per set license, and moving ahead, if your number of seats are more, then you end up paying more. If number of seats are less, you can go with Zoho Basic also. And
Okay.
if you are a big organization, I would suggest to get it custom developed once. That is more effective.
Okay.
And cost could be 1 lakh
And thanks,
to
Mr.
1
Manoj.
lakh.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. And I will with the permission of Vikasji, I can put my email ID on the chat box. If someone later want to send me a question, can send it to me.
Ji Manoj ji,
Because
sure.
should I? Yeah.
Yes, please do that.
Yeah. And I'm also putting my website address, which is not selling one, which is the education. It is
Okay.
www.kotak.co.in. As that time Kotak Bank was not there, I was lucky to get the domain.
Manoj
Yeah,
ji,
it
there
is.
is a question about
Mr.
Google
Kotak.
Schema.
Hello.
Yeah. What is the question? Vijay.
Yeah, regarding
Important is
you
Google
mentioned
Schema.
about the groups.
Yes, please speak again because multiple people were speaking.
Yeah, the question
Hello.
was how important is Google Schema?
Google schema, it is for selling and organic SEO. It is not directly connected to the, that is something technical. You have to talk to your designer and developer for that. But yes, it is effective if you know and if you can use it.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Vijay Kumar
Okay,
Gupta.
I'm Vijay Gupta. I'm Vijay Gupta here.
Yeah.
You rightly mentioned about the groups. I think they are the right place to get people. But when you try to post something, the moderator is the one, the guy who's standing there and not posting your results. But I think you need a lot of patience to get into that, where they
Yes,
start accepting your
yes.
post.
Yes. And the rule is you're not selling. Your articles are indirectly selling. So whatever my articles were on the technology, so my technology is Web2Print for example. I can send you this
Suppose
later.
I'm in a, okay, yeah. Suppose we are in a
So
hurry,
you have
then
to-
what do we do then?
No, so that is what. So Vijayji, what you have to do is you have to write the problem, solution to the problem, and the solution is actually your product. But they should not feel that you are trying to sell your solution here. You will not write about a product at all. You will write about, for example, you are into LED. So you will possibly write that there is a LED available which cannot really harm your eyes, and this can work like that, and that can, you can add colors, and this is cost effective. And at the end, you will write that author is Manoj Kotak, director of Image Online, which is a web designing company. So it is indirect selling.
Automatically they'll come to my, automatically they'll come to my place, right?
They will ask you, sir, how can you make such a LED? Then you will say, okay, this is a technology that I have, which I'm selling.
Okay, great. Anyway, they'll try to locate my name, and then my name already has all this data there, right?
Where? No, so you will be allowed to give a
when
link
they
also.
click, no, when they click on my name, I'm already advertising all these materials on that in the featured list. I have infographics and posters which talk about my product.
In
So
the
when they
LinkedIn.
click back, I think, yeah, in the LinkedIn, right?
In the LinkedIn.
And the same problem.
But you are
with
putting on,
yeah, same with
on
the
your
first
wall, you
book
are
also.
putting.
Right.
No.
all on the
So
wall.
that is a mix. On your wall, you are putting. I am telling to go and put in the groups. When you put in the groups,
Yes,
it is not
so
going
when
on
I
their
put in
wall.
the group, you said,
Yes. So
and
they
you
will
said
get the
don't write about a product, right?
Yes.
So it
On
doesn't
your
matter,
wall, you
as
can
you
do
said,
it.
if I don't write about the product, exactly. So
But see, on
anyway,
your-
they can find me. Right?
On your wall, the rule in social media is 80% social, 20% business.
Okay.
So on
Even on the
LinkedIn, you
wall.
have to appreciate people, congratulate people. So once you do that, they will start liking you. And then you, sometime you say that I have launched this product.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's a great place to find people. But as you said,
Yes, it is.
we have to just
Yeah,
link them
B2B,
up.
yes.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because yeah, thanks.
So any more questions? Manoj, there are no more questions in the chat box. So
I think somebody sent
the floor is still open.
Yeah.
Our new
We
platform which we are
started,
planning. Okay,
Mr. Kotak, we started this new promotion. We just created all these social media, but I never knew that Google Ad should be the first point of preference, right? Search ads.
Yes, for you, Google Ads, for everyone who are into business to business, and if their keywords are asked for, like I have shared one screen where I was suggesting that you can do research. You give your product related keywords, Google immediately in a second tells you whether people are searching for these keywords or not. If they are, you should be there by paying a nominal fee, which could be 25,000 to 50,000 max per month to start with.
And finding the negative words also quite important, because that combination could be many wrong links.
No. So I'll tell you, if you are the owner or if you are the marketing head, you should be thinking how my consumer are possibly trying to search core keyword. There are certain rules of finding keywords. The people think is keyword is one word. Change, and people ask questions to the Google that my stomach is paining, what should I do? Now in your case, you have to think about keyword which is more than one word. For example, website designing, website development, and then give it to your developer who will run in a Google. Google suggests you alternate keywords that alternate keywords which is asked for this name. So you have to then plus minus and finalize the keyword, but involve yourself. Don't leave it on agency or any other person, because you understand your business better.
Right.
True.
Do we have your number somewhere where we can contact you?
If Vikasi, can I put my
So the
number
email
there?
address has been already given.
Yeah, email address I have given, and you can send me a mail. I will, on kotak.co.in there is a form, ask Kotak. I reply within 24 hours.
Yeah.
For sure.
हाँ, लेकिन उसमें आपका email address नहीं है. अच्छा, manoj@imageonline.com.
Image.co.in. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Manoj, I think there are no more questions.
Okay.
So friends, on behalf of ESC and on behalf of all the participants, I would like to thank Manoj for gracing with his important work and sharing with us his findings. I'm sure that the participants would now know that how digital marketing teaches you to build, scale up, and sustain your brand's online reputation across all relevant digital platforms. With digital marketing activities, you can optimize your conversion rate by advertising and running campaigns online. I would like to thank all the participants for joining us today and making this event a great success. Friends, an event with 100+ participants cannot happen overnight, and therefore I would like to thank the ESC team who has been working since last several weeks mobilizing this event all over India. In the end, once again, I would like to thank Shri Manoj and all the participants for being with us today, and it was a great pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.